Hey, it's Dave. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. Hey, last week I made a post about how I can feel the muscles in my body, especially in the bigger muscle groups of my body, getting, I guess I phrase it as getting uncomfortable. Not painful, but definitely uncomfortable, like where I needed to really stretch out and try to maximize the mobility of those muscle groups, which I've done. I've been stretching out, trying to get those muscle groups stretched out. Specifically, those muscle groups that I'm talking about are my calves, and then my thighs, and then even my shoulder. I was having some weird things happening with my shoulder. I was having all these weird clicking things where it sounded like I guess when people crack their knuckles, it's because they're releasing air bubbles in the knuckles. That's what that cracking noise is. Well, that's kind of the noise that I was having happen with even my shoulders and my elbows. So now something weird is happening. Now it's like my forearms are kind of getting the same feeling that my thighs and my calves were having. Like they feel it's uncomfortable, it's not painful. Luckily, in my situation, I maybe caught all this the before painful started happening. So uncomfortable is about what I'm mostly experiencing. So now I guess I've got super high hopes that through continually eating well, which again, as I posted before, I'm over 12 months into not eating sugar, eating extremely low carbs, eating well. I don't eat any sugar. I don't eat anything with sugar on purpose. Occasionally I will have a treat, maybe like once a month or so. But now it's weird because my forearms are getting that real uncomfortable feeling, and I'm hoping that this will just work straight from my bicep to my elbow, right to my forearms and right out my hand. I'm hoping that through stretching and continuing to stay focused on my diet, that hopefully this thing will be out of my system soon enough. I just thought that it was weird that I made this post last week, or I don't know, 10 days ago, and that was in a different part of my body, and now it's in my forearms. I mean, I guess I'm glad that it's moving. It would be nice if it was just literally moving out of my body, but it just feels like it's going from one part of my body to another. I guess the bigger muscle groups first make sense because that's going to have the most nerves. And of course, what I'm dealing with is neuropathy and all nerve related. So I don't know. I guess I'm hoping that at this point, maybe next, actually, I already feel it on my hands. I can feel like it's almost like my hands feel like I'm wearing a pair of gloves. And when I clench my fists, I can feel my fist clenching, but I don't feel strength in my clench. So hopefully that's going to be the next cycle is I'll get strength in my clench again. I'll be able to open jars again without having to use some kind of a tool or literally cutting a jar open with a blade or with a knife or something. That's very frustrating not being able to open a jar of pickles that I've been planning on cooking into a batch of like hamburgers or hamburger meat. Not being able to get the jar open is very frustrating. But I just wanted to share this about this thing with my forearms because I feel like if somebody's experiencing what I've experienced, they should know that there's possibly some of this activity that happens going from your shoulders to your elbows, then to your forearms, then probably your wrists, then probably your fingers. Like if you can avoid needing that dexterity in the few days that it takes to work through this, hopefully I'll be posting this again in 5 days saying, hey, guess what? My forearms are back on track. I can actually work out again and it makes sense and it isn't uncomfortable. That's why I wanted to share this, and I'm hoping this will help somebody avoid some of the just mental stress that this kind of stuff seems to bring. Anyways, if there's any questions, somebody had mentioned that the comments were turned off on my posts, and I think that was because YouTube was forcing me to select that my posts are made for kids. My posts are not made not for kids, but they were forcing me to select that they were made for kids, which I guess turns off the comments. And that's why the people that have tried to comment haven't been able to comment. And I hope that going forward, the people will be able to comment, because these comments are helpful to me for sure. I've gotten a little bit of insight from some of these comments, and more so, I hope that it helps other people that are dealing with some of the stuff that I've had to deal with that if I haven't specifically talked about it. Hopefully, this will help people that are going through some of this metabolic disorder, this whole diabetes, pre-diabetes nightmare that I'm going through, and from what I'm understanding, 96% of the country is going through, because we've all been conned into the fact that all of these seed oils and all this garbage oil that we've been fed all these years, and the sugars and all these highly processed foods is all causing, like I said, 90 to 96% of the entire country, maybe even the world, is all metabolically dysfunctional. I feel like there's probably a lot of people that are going through at least the early stages of what I've gone through in this process, and hopefully this post and other posts that I've done help people work through some of these things. Anyways, if you are interested in this post, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be adding more stuff like this. And thumbs up is greatly appreciated. And if you would leave a comment, that'd be great. At least I can understand if my comments are actually turned on or not. And I think all of our comments make a lot of sense. We can all learn a lot from each other. Anyways, I hope this is interesting, and I hope that you enjoy this. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.